All right.
All right, so I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that's like super close to me, something that's found its way into my everyday life, from, I don't know, like flushing the toilet to what I eat. It's everywhere. So what I'm going to talk about is being sustainable, and how many of you guys would say that when you have the option to, you might try to do the sustainable option? All right, not too bad, pretty good. And how many of you guys would say that you're pretty sustainable, actually, like, you know, you put a good amount of effort into it? Not too bad. Well, actually, the cool thing is that college students in general are actually pretty sustainable. From how we get around, a lot of us do a lot of walking and biking, to living in big houses with a whole bunch of people and not wanting to pay much for heat, so you keep it nice and low. All that kind of adds up to having a pretty sustainable footprint, so it's not too bad. So I'm actually going to be telling you, you know, why we need to become sustainable as a world, why we need to look at sustainability. And I'm not going to kind of take the classic approach, which always seems to involve like a furry little polar bear on a little ice cube floating through the ocean or something. But rather, why sustainability, or living a sustainable life rather, is good for you, like personally, like being all greedy, why it would be good for me to be sustainable. So there are a couple things why we need to talk about being sustainable. Obviously, you know, global warming, all this and that. But why is sustainability good for you? So the first thing I'm going to bring up is the idea that when you live a sustainable lifestyle, or if multiple people do, communities become a much closer thing. And when you have closer communities, you have more friends, happier life. Pretty straightforward stuff. That's fun, having happy lives. But even more greedy, if we look at it, we can get all the way down to how it has a really big impact on your wallet. So greed and money, those are like, you know, two really close things. So how being sustainable helps your wallet comes in a lot of different ways. So how many of you guys have planted a garden and eat mostly from your garden? Awesome, very cool. So that's something I'm really big into. Every summer I plant my garden, and it's not for the reason that, you know, I want to be hippie and like go play with carrots or something. It's for the reason that I want to eat food in the winter. And so come the end of the summer, I'll harvest all my food and I save it. And what that's doing for me right now is cutting back on my grocery bills significantly. So I don't have to buy any vegetables. I don't have to, you know, go looking for potatoes and that kind of stuff. I got it all still. So that helps out your wallet a whole bunch. Also, as I mentioned briefly before, when you live sustainably, you usually cut back on your heat at your house. So like as a college student, we kind of already do that, probably a lot of us. I know my house, there's only one room that we keep at 68. All the rest of the rooms are about 50 degrees. And it's for a couple reasons, but mainly it saves us a whole bunch of money, right? So we don't have to pay for gas to heat our house. And if you don't have to pay for gas, you're being more sustainable. So I'm really helping your wallet out there. And so just as it can like help your wallet out, being sustainable can actually like make you a really, really healthy person. So as we were talking about before, having a garden, eating fresh vegetables daily, or, you know, into the winter even, eating your own vegetables, which were grown right in your backyard, is much healthier than eating a can of, you know, crappy soup that comes from Campbell's or something. So clearly, you can obviously be healthy by eating sustainably. But you can also be healthy by other sustainable practices such as transportation. I mean, you don't have to be a doctor to like realize that walking somewhere or biking somewhere is a lot healthier than driving somewhere, right? So it's pretty straightforward how it can help, you know, help your health altogether, either from the food you eat to, you know, like how you get around and stuff. So pretty much, what I really want to try to do here is urge you guys to try to live a sustainable life, but not for some polar bear you'll never see in your life. Like, screw them. Who cares about that, honestly? Don't worry about, you know, oh no! I'm not on camera anymore. That's alright. So don't worry about, you know, like what's going on, you know, the North Pole. Worry about like what's going on with yourself. Think about it really greedily next time you think about being sustainable. I know that's not something that, you know, most people try to push on people, being sustainable through greediness. But I think it's a way we can look at it. It'll actually kind of get some movement going, because if the polar bear, the sad little polar bear argument worked, you'd probably see some changes going on in this world. But unfortunately, they're moving slow. So for right now, we're going to say screw the polar bears and try to be sustainable for your own darn goodness and be all green. So that's it right there.